It looks like there was a secret raid when it came to Diddy's mansions, because none of this has been reported, but publicly people have been putting up videos and talking about how there's been another raid of one of Diddy's mansions. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. Subscribe to the channel. The FBI, guys, is currently at Diddy's Star Island, Miami home, and you can see people uploading images of the FBI there and also of police cars around the vicinity. So the original post was also later deleted of this conversation. There's been no press junkets being released of this story, and I just want to know why the police are there. What is their motive behind? Is there a secret mansion that they have found that Christian Combs was speaking about on a diss track about how they own a property next door to the one, but people don't think that they own it and that they've missed that completely? Is that something that was secretly hidden in some kind of way? Diddy having hidden properties isn't going to be surprising to me, but what is surprising to me is that if this is happening, why it's not being reported in the mainstream media, especially because Diddy's trial is happening right now. I don't understand why any of it, to be honest with you. I don't get it. Feds, mansions, during these raids, I absolutely believe that something fishy is going on, and I just wanted to open the video with this conversation. There have been several press junkets and press articles of Britney Spears and Diddy, and how Britney Spears' infamous performance at the 2000 VMA Music Awards and why it was so bad was because of how Diddy set her up. Apparently they were together the night before, and of course there are pictures of them at clubs, but now there are reports saying that Diddy was basically trying to slip things into her drinks and basically helping and getting addicted to stuff. This wouldn't make sense because Cassie was clean before she met Diddy, and at the end she was addicted to opiates, tried every other substance under the sun, and then ended up going into rehab to try and help herself. And now people are looking back at the relationship between Diddy and Britney, which wasn't even that heavy, and saying that he expedited her downfall and helped put her in a bad position, helped maintain the relationship with the handlers. He also has worked with Louis Taylor, somebody who was instrumental to Britney's conservatorship, and how Diddy basically helped maintain that deal. Britney had no idea that Diddy was basically passing her around and making sure that the right people had tabs on her to keep control of her. This would obviously help him maintain his business relationships and see it as a form of investment by passing the toy Britney around, much like how Justin could be passed or Cassie could be passed. You can definitely see that there is a hierarchy of people and how people are seen below or bigger than others. It doesn't matter about how big you are, it's about who you have around you and in terms of ownership. And I think that Britney was somebody who, no matter how big she was, clearly was just under the control of so many people. So these articles that are being released about Britney and Diddy right now, I just find to be so interesting and questionable. And I think that this Diddy trial and the information that we are hearing about it can really help us patch up the empty holes in conversations in the past when it comes to certain elements of pop culture. I think that this, guys, is very interesting, 110% to say the least. Now, it's being reported exclusively via Page 6, guys, that music industry A-listers are not sleeping over the fears they could be named in a Sean Diddy Combs lawsuit. Some of America's biggest music executives are said to be panicking as a top attorney has come out with a statement and has warned that high-profile accomplices are definitely going to be named in a new wave of accuser suits, and the names will shock you. Many people at the highest level, including artists, executives, managers, and others, are not sleeping well right now. Brian Friedman has said those who have knowingly participated are basically going to be mentioned and name dropped. Now, I believe Busby said the same thing, and not many names were name dropped, and so I'm not going to really buy into these fear-mongering statements until we actually get the names, until we actually get the lists, because the media loves a list. But what they don't love is actually publishing this infamous list. It always happens, so I'm not buying it. I'm just going to say, quit while you're ahead when it comes to these statements. Of course, executives are going to be shaking, and names have been mentioned in the Diddy trial so far, a lot of names. But to be honest with you, I'm waiting for high profile executives who work in the music industry, their names to be name dropped, and none of that has been named outside of Lucian Grange, I believe his name is, but then he was able to get his name taken out of the lawsuits, which in itself doesn't make any sense to me. But of course that man is powerful and well connected, so you know, we can just basically see where this is going to go in the future. But as of right now, these executives coming out and this story being planted today, I don't know about it, to be honest with you. Now, it's also been reported that Diddy is actually making a lot of money right now. He is renting out his private jet, and that is becoming his main source of income. People who don't know that he owns it, or people that don't really care and need a jet to get from A to B, are actually renting out his jet, and Diddy is making a bit of money from this, 35 to 40,000 per trip, and it's something that has been booked out. So Diddy's private jet becoming a source of income is not surprising to me once again, because this man is still going to have some form of assets that still are going to generate income. It being the main source, again, is not surprising. This man has lost everything around him outside of what he owns, his property and his jets and etc. And having property is always a great weapon on your side, because people will always need property. Property will always appreciate as well, and the value will just naturally just increase no matter who you are, no matter what's happened to you. Nothing can change the cycle of that. So him making money from this, I think, is very good for him, considering the fact that reports are saying that recently, on his recent court appearances, he's looking very bloated, and I can imagine he's probably just eating a lot of food right now. Apparently he's getting different sources of food whilst he's having this trial, and I'm sure that he's probably living his best life, trying to eat as much as he can. But tomorrow, of course, the trial resumes. Our break is going to be over. Capricorn Clark is going to be taking to the stand, and so she's going to be hopefully corroborating what Kid Cudi is saying. That is what I'm going to be expecting. If she corroborates Kid Cudi's and Cassie's testimonies, then that is a big loss for Diddy and the defense. If Capricorn Clark, Kid Cudi and Cassie and Kerry Morgan, 4 big testimonies, and Cassie's mother, 5 big testimonies, are all coming together, guys, to basically do what they need to do. These 5 testimonies are huge. Kid Cudi even implying that he feels that Diddy blew up the car is huge for RICO. Organized crime. You've organized people to come together to blow up somebody's car. That is RICO, guys. 101 RICO. 101. So Kid Cudi coming to say that, not that he saw that, because he didn't, but he basically felt like this is what has happened, and it's implying that Diddy's unsafe and violent and he blew up the car, is a huge RICO conversation. For now, let's just say, yes, I need to be more objective when it comes to reviewing this trial, as anybody should be, and I will try to be so tomorrow. But of course, it's just difficult to be completely objective in all honesty. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. We got through a lot of topics today, guys, and it hasn't even been 10 minutes. I don't know how I've just done that. We've ran through 5 top stories of today so that you guys are up to date. Do subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Head over to my Instagram at Murad_Morali for my latest post. Please go check that out, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.